Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. I'm once again in Star Trek Online, and for those that don't know, this is a game that I like to play on and off. It is a MMO RPG style game. I'm surprised it's still here. It has aged decently well. It is a fairly old game, but I do like playing me some Star Trek Online. I am a Trekkie fan. Now, of course, I'm going to cover the topic of Conan Exiles because some of you guys have asked me about it. And the sad truth is, there hasn't really been a lot of content released for Conan Exiles, so there's not anything new that I can cover. I do like the game, however, after so long it becomes a bit stale. You know, if there's no new content or there's only minor changes to the game, you get bored of it, so you want to find other things to do. And now, of course, I don't know what they're planning to do as it currently stands. All I know is that there isn't enough content, or they haven't really released anything new, a map or new dungeons and stuff like that to actually play around with. I will, however, cover it at some point in the future, even if it is to make some gameplay videos, but as it currently stands, there's not really enough for me to actually make regular content with. As far as art goes, of course, we have a couple of DLCs. I think one DLC that's due to come in the form of a free map, so I will be covering that when that happens. I have a lot of content to go through as far as art goes, and so I am going to be doing the boss battles through all of the main paid for DLCs. I aim to kind of achieve this by the end of the year, especially seeing as I expect to see Arc 2. So that is kind of what I'm going with. As I said, Arc is the main type of content here on the channel. I will continue to cover Conan Exiles. I'll have a look at the what I can do with it. I might do a couple of videos, but for now, just know that I haven't backed out of Conan Exiles. Just don't have much to do with it right now, much new content to cover. But if you guys want to see stuff like that, if you want to see me play the game and I'm just happy with that, let me know, and then I will of course adjust the upload schedule accordingly to cover some Conan Exiles, just because some of you guys on and off have been asking about Conan Exiles. As far as our little journey here on the Star Trek Online game, we're just going to follow this mission. I might try and squeeze a couple of missions within a video, but currently speaking, we're going to do the Borg set of missions, and I do like the Borg. They are an interesting species or race. They actually are quite what's the word, quite scary if you think about it and what they represent, and of course the threat that they bring to the galaxy in this universe, so to speak. So we're picking up the first mission, or the first mission that I can replay at least, because I have done this. I just don't remember a lot about it, so that's why I'm choosing to do some of these missions that I've already played. You do play them as you level up. So this was, I guess, the introduction. We now carry on with the first mission available in this block. Alright, so this is what we're doing. This is the mission that we're on.
Commander Talus of the Romulan Star Empire vessel R&A. We are under attack by Borg scout squadrons. This is a formal request for assistance from any ship receiving this message. Do not abandon us. Okay, so for those that don't really know much about Star Trek, the Romulans are basically the equivalent of the communists. I think that's probably what they are inspired off of. Basically, they're bad guys. Of course, the Borg are even worse because they seek to assimilate the entire galaxy. So, yeah. That's kind of the way it goes. The Borg are the big baddies of the galaxy, the baddies that are difficult to stop. So sometimes you have to make friends with the bad guys or the enemies to get the, well, to survive, really. I guess that's what it comes down to. Personally speaking, I like the Borg episodes in the Star Trek series, so it's fun for me doing these missions. It's fun fighting the Borg, And it's fun fighting the Romulans as well, if I'm honest. Okay, we blew that one up. I have changed the difficulty settings, which is why I didn't die. Don't tell too many people, alright? Okay. I might change it back up to the higher difficulty once I kind of get familiarized with my settings and stuff. So that is something I'm going to be looking at. But I was lying too many times, okay? And I don't really mind dying, but the problem is with deaths on that difficulty, you do have to use various repair modules, which are kind of difficult to come by, so I didn't really want to waste them, okay? Especially for missions that I've already done at some point in the past, and I've just forgotten how to play the game.
Have beamed aboard the RNA and are attempting to assimilate my crew. Several of us have barricaded ourselves in the science lab. We need your assistance to prevent our ship from being assimilated and to save the rest of the crew. The Borg have the ability to adapt to energy weapons. In order to use energy weapons effectively against them, equip yourself and your bridge officers with frequency remodulators. There is a supply of them not far from your current position.
Now, what's interesting in this little story right here is the Romulans are a bit stuck up, or, you know, they're a bit... They're too good for everybody else. They don't really like help. They don't like other people intervening. So it's a bit contradictory to, I suppose, the lore of Star Trek. Oh, hello, Borgs. Alright, let's... Alright, we're getting through it. They constantly adapt to our weapons, so we have to remodulate them just to keep on top. When they do adapt, of course, they don't take damage, so that's something to keep in mind. They just like to walk about, but they do have to do a decent amount of damage. I do think that if I would have done this on the other difficulty, that I would have probably struggled. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment there. I kind of think, or probably call it wishful thinking, but I think we're coming close to the end of this mission. I hope. I think. Okay, it's just a guess. I don't know. I don't remember this, okay? Right, so this seems to be the end of a room. Apparently I have to interact with these panels right here. Okay, let's do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Just pressing buttons. And hopefully the buttons I press won't cause me to lose the mission, fail the mission, or die. I mean, I don't think losing the mission is actually an option here in the game, as far as it stands, but yeah. I guess what I'm saying is I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. Okay, so I think we are at what would possibly be the end of the ground mission. We'll see what happens further onwards. We are having to fight a lot of wonderful Borgs that don't really do much. They just walk about. They haven't really been hitting very hard. I guess the difficulty would have a little something to do with it. So, you know, it does allow me to go and pick up some stuff. And I'm not being wasteful with my repair kits, so that's pretty decent. So if I do die, that means that I'm not going to be using repair kits, which are quite expensive. That actually means I get to save up some money, which is good. There we go. I mean, we still have to remodulate our weapon. I'm going to go and pick this up. Yes, I know I shouldn't be in green fire. I don't care what color it is. Fire is bad, but unfortunately, it's what I had to do to pick up the stuff, and I did accidentally spam press F to pick up stuff, and probably did not listen. Oh, should have probably listened to the dialogue. By the looks of it, okay. I need to do some stuff here. I just don't know. There we go. That's that. So we interact with this. I don't really know what I'm doing because I did accidentally skip the dialogue, and that's because I spam pressed F to pick up the items. Might as well pick them up. We can always salvage them or sell them for peanuts because peanuts are delicious. Alright, and we pick these up and these up, and we interact with this right there. So I do sometimes have to have a look at the mini map. We do get the green circles which kind of indicate where we need to go and what we need to interact with.
Bear in mind that this technology is now the sovereign property of the Romulan Star Empire. My engineers tell me that our engines are online, so your further presence aboard my ship is neither necessary nor desirable. For your own safety, I advise you to leave and to forget what you have seen here.
Okay. So yeah, that's the Romulan I know and love, I guess. They're always stuck up. They're too good for everybody else. Let's see what happens in the space section.
Long-range sensors show a Borg squadron approaching at speed. Essential repairs to our singularity drive are almost complete. If you can occupy the Borg and give us the time we need, I will overlook your intrusion on our classified research.
Alright, so of course we can't let them go away with this. We need to kind of confiscate it. Of course, that if they do discover anything, they will have an advantage over the Federation, and in the interest of the Federation, we need to stop them. This is probably going to start a fight with these guys, I reckon. So yeah,
I had hoped to avoid a confrontation with you, but I see you're as unreasonable as I expected. Very well. Prepare to see the results of our
I look forward to it. Is that you? Okay, I think that's you. You're doing stuff. You're moving. Let's see how bad you are. Okay. Oh, that was quick. Oh, right, there's another one. Oh, that's a sphere, so that's fine. We can deal with this. Spheres are not that bad. You know what? In this game, I don't know how many of you actually know the game, but there are like, let's call them the equivalent of 5-man dungeons where you do fight the Borg, and they are quite fun and difficult at the same time. When I used to play this regularly, I used to be fairly good at it in the sense of I could actually do a lot of that stuff by myself.
Are infinitesimal. You cannot defeat us. Surrender now, and we will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Sorry, I had to be quiet there. I do like the way the Borg talk.
We are responding to a distress call from an IRW RNA. Normally we wouldn't provide assistance to the Tal Shiar, but the Borg are a threat to all of us. However, you appear to have things well in hand. Do you require assistance?
I don't really get much of a choice there, but I guess we're going to have to go with it. Ooh, things are happening. Oh, something's hitting us. So we got a cube right there. Our shields are being drained by another... Oh, okay, there's another cube right there. Huh. Interesting. Oh, there's one right there in front of me. Let's go and deal with this one. Normally these things are supposed to be well powerful. Of course, this is a game. We have it on, I suppose, to easier settings. So, yeah. But this is kind of like the big baddie that takes out entire fleets. So, that's kind of where they come from. In the dungeon, so to speak, if you want to call it that, these cubes are actually quite difficult to face off against. They do a lot of damage, they have a lot of abilities, but it's fun. And I think I was, if I remember correctly, I was actually able to take out a cube by myself with this ship. Of course, back in them days, I knew the importance of all the stats and what they did and how to allocate my points, which I don't right now. Anyways, we have finished with that mission, and I guess we pick up the next one. In reality, I've actually been playing this for quite some time. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to edit this. The idea is, though, I do want to maybe try and include more than just one mission in this episode, at least. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. So this is what the mission is. This is what we get as far as the rewards go. Not that I really care, because I'm going to get rid of them one way or another. I'm either going to sell them, or of course I might break them down for parts. We'll see. Again, this is part of the R&D system where you have to research, which is something I've not really been playing around with. I just like blowing things up, okay? And that's I know this is not Star Wars. We're supposed to be more on a discovery stroke scientific type of journey in this game. But personally speaking, I just like blowing things up, okay? Don't tell too many people. Don't tell my superior officers. They won't be too happy with it. So, the Gathering Dark Base. Okay. So, I don't know what this mission is. I know there's one where we go on a Borg simulated world. Looking at the planet in front of us, it looks like this is that mission. So we get to see what a planet in the process of being assimilated actually looks like in the game, which is kind of cool. Of course, we have to fight our way through. There's nothing really too bad, just a couple of probes. You can take these out mighty quick. And I do like how the probes actually look like peanuts. That's to me sort of funny and interesting. It just looks like a giant peanut. Alright, let's go for this peanut right here. When I say peanut, I mean, you know the peanut in the shell, right? That's what I'm referring. I don't know how many people have ever seen a peanut in a shell, but a shell has 2 peanuts in it, basically. And that's what it looks like. Just a very techy version, a very techy giant peanut. Oh, we got a sphere right there. A foosball. Let's go and blow that one up as well. And I think that should open the doorway for us to transport on the surface of the planet, where I'm supposed to do God knows what. But we'll do it, because that's what we like to do in this game. Apart from blow things up. So, right, we are on the ground, and...
Thank you. Your arrival could
It's
not
voice
have
acting.
been more
That's
timely. My fellow researchers are still at our camp and require your assistance. There are Borg in
Obviously,
the area.
you think. I mean, I did kind of blow up some of their ships. This does not look half bad, if I'm honest. It is a good game. Of course, not too many details. I guess the engine has its limitations. Ooh, flying spear. Okay. I suppose for some people, ooh, that's interesting. So we do have some things going on in the background. But I was just going to say, I guess for some people this is outdated graphic. I personally like it. I think it looks decent for how old it is. So it's not too dated graphics wise. I mean, still, an old game is an old game. But hey ho, it is nice. We're going to fight some more Borg. I'm not sure where we're going. I mean, I kind of thought we would be going into like a Borg base. But I guess now we're just walking around this canyon shooting Borg for the time being. Okay. Now, obviously, one of the things I want to point out is, since I have last played the game, a lot of things have been added to it, a lot of new specials, abilities, which I'm not really familiar with. So now I'm really honestly just playing it as a novice, just for a bit of a laugh and a bit of a kick. It's a nice game, so it's enjoyable. It's just, I'm just doing this for the throwbacks, okay? My fleet, the fleet that I'm part of right now, is more or less dead, but back in the day this was a very active fleet with a lot of things going on, and I totally loved it. I guess I'm still surprised, to be fairly honest, that the fleet A exists and B hasn't kicked me out, but I guess if it's a dead fleet, not very active, there's nobody to kind of kick me out, really.
That's why I stayed behind.
So we're talking to this weird looking
I can
dude.
get you inside the compound, but then it will be up to you to recover the data. Can I count on your assistance?
Okay, so obviously he needs our help.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I guess we have to do some stuff for him and then probably kind of come to the end of the mission, I guess. Alright, here we have a little cutscene. These are the Undine. So, the history behind these guys, they're kind of like shapeshifters. They have bioships, so part technology, part biological, and them and the Borgs are not friends. I mean, I don't think the Borgs are friends with anybody, to be fairly honest, but the Borg are able to assimilate most races, with the exception of the Undine. I nearly butchered that name, and I'm guessing that in this little episode that we're playing, they have figured a way out, or are about to figure a way out to assimilate the Undine. If they do that, that is going to be bad news for us. So we need to stop that from happening. That's what it looks like right now. Of course, the Undine, they go back to Star Trek Voyager, and I suppose the Undine are just as bad as the Borg, just as powerful as the Borg are, so, you know, slightly more powerful than what the Federation would be. They're not nice people, but to be fairly honest, I do think, in my personal opinion, that Voyager did kind of seek a fight with the Undine. Not that they were the friendliest of races, just because they took the side of the Borg, because they needed the Borgs to help them get back to the Alpha Quadrant. But yeah, details, right? I think I just nerded out there for a second. But that goes to show you, I do like Star Trek. I don't dislike Star Wars, but I'm more of a Star Trek fan as opposed to Star Wars. Star Wars is good just as well. Just has a bit of a different take to the whole space exploration. Okay, so we have completed this mission, at least as far as I can tell here on the ground. I can tell that because we've kind of seen most of the ground map, and normally when you do that, that kind of indicates that the ground mission is more or less complete.
Those should help us get back to your ship.
Alright. We get a nice little cutscene right here. So these are the bioships, and that is the thing that was basically in the Voyager series, where they do unite and turn into a giant cannon. And yeah, they are powerful, as you saw there. And of course we don't want that falling into the hands of the Borg. Not that they are not powerful or not scary by themselves as it currently is. So apparently it looks like they have managed to capture a bioship and some Undine, and this is bad news. We need to follow them and stop them from whatever they're doing. But I guess this is it. I'm guessing we're going to go to the space sector. Yep. That's pretty much it for this mission. We'll pick up the next part of the mission or the story arc in the next episode. For those that are interested, quickly grab whatever. It doesn't really make a difference. I don't need it as it stands, so what the heck. Okay, so this is the next mission. Might as well just pick it up. These are the rewards. And with that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, so join me in the next one if you have. I might do a couple of more videos for Star Trek Online, just because I enjoy playing it. And hopefully, I hope that you too enjoyed stuff like this, or enjoyed this episode at least. Until next time, stay safe, folks.